What's up, y'all? It's your girl Imani Alexis, and this is episode 6 of the Drop Podcast. So we have a special guest here, okay? So we got the eldest of 8 children, so you know he's a natural born leader. This guy got into music after realizing he had a gift for gab in a crazy way with words. Straight from Narstown, your boy CoreyLee610.
Yeah, man. What's going on?
What's up? All right, so we're gonna jump straight into this. You ready for the smoke, or you gonna be?
Yeah, I think.
Please. All right. So after all that said, do you consider yourself a rapper?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a rapper / artist, but I would say like rappers at the top of that list.
So when people say / artist, do you do producing? Do you pick your beats? Do you have any say in what goes into the whole thing of doing your music and picking your songs and stuff like that? What part of you is the artist?
It's just more than, like just rapping and putting stuff together. Like, I'm at the point still where I like write all my music all together.
So you don't get no help on no choruses, no nothing.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I write everything. I try to be as hands-on as I can as far as like picking what producers I want to work with. So like beat selections and where I record at, who engineers the music and all that stuff.
Right. So how do you pick like, all right, this beat is hot? Do you go off of what's trendy in the music industry, or do you like, this is tough, I like this and this is what I'm gonna spit to, not what's going on in the industry?
I tend to like go back and listen to like old classic music. Like it doesn't even have to be rap. It might be like R&B or something like that.
So like 90s, 80s type of vibes.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely like heavily like 90s, early 2000s. Because I know like even in today's music, like they're gonna say this is like the best time of music, but a lot of beats.
Not at all.
I'm talking about like advanced, like the stuff that people doing as far as sounds go.
Right. Okay.
There's so many different sounds now, and that's like a good and a bad thing because beats in the 80s and the 90s they were like, it's just like a blank canvas, so it gives the artist the ability to do whatever versus like a certain beat will put you in a certain type of constraint.
Right.
Like if you're a drill rap, you can only rap one way on this kind of beat. You can only rap one way on this kind of beat. You can only make this kind of song with this kind of beat.
Yeah.
But earlier on in music, it wasn't like that. It gives the artist more freedom to, express themselves and do what they want.
I agree. So at what point or what age were you like, damn, I'm really nice, I could spit, I want to really pursue this?
Probably like 14 or 15. Probably like 14 or 15. Definitely it was sometime in middle school. I listened to a lot of everything actually, but heavily rap.
Okay.
And I was in this group of rappers. It was like
everybody was in a group back in the day.
Nah, for real though. It was like me and like 7 friends. It was like some Wu-Tang almost thing.
And y'all could all spit.
Everybody could spit. We was called explicit, like with an X. It's kind of corny, but the shit was hot though.
So, do you remember your first rhyme?
I really don't.
Are you just saying that because you don't want to kick it? Or
I really don't remember. It's so many raps. Like I forget like my raps, and I'm already old now too. So like I might forget a rap I did.
Please tell everybody how old you are.
My industry age or like
your age? Because you keep saying you're old, and it's just like, what's
30,
old?
I'm 34.
That's not old, Clee.
I feel old.
Okay, whatever. Well, then you a dinosaur then, since you want to be old so damn bad. So did your siblings and your parents know that you could spit, or was that something that you kind of just did on your own time, kind of as like a hobby, and then as you got older, they found out?
Well, I've always been into music even as a kid. Like I used to sing when I was like younger. I got like this video on YouTube.
You can sing?
Used to.
Okay.
I got this video on YouTube now from I went to Paul Fly. I had the lead singing role in The Lion King. Solely. Seriously, like,
was you in the choir?
Serious. No.
Okay. All right. Just checking. Checking.
I definitely was heavily musically influenced. Singing. My uncle was a singer. A lot of people in my family like were musicians. So that was cool. And then it just transitioned into like rap as I got older.
So you're kind of destined, like, because your family is already musically inclined and artistically inclined, so it's kind of like destined
that's kind of like where I wanted to go. So
I feel that. So like, when did you let the public know that you could spit? Like, I'm gonna put out a graphic, I'm gonna put out a mixtape, SoundCloud, Apple. Like, I'm gonna let people know that I could really spit. At what age or what time did you want to let the people hear what you could do?
So, like, I was always doing this, and then I would say, like, it's certain like milestones or things that happen. Like, I think I was like a freshman in high school at Norristown, and Dermont. He was rapping too at the time,
Oh
and
my
people knew
gosh.
I could rap, and people knew he rapped. And like they tried to make us battle or something. I don't like battle rap like at all.
Not
Like
y'all
that.
to.
They tried to make us
So
battle or
like you're
whatever.
not like a fan of like all like the meat bloodhound like
Oh no, I'm a
beans and
fan
all
of that
that. So
stuff, but
like
that's just not like the lane.
so you not battle rapping basically.
I'm not battle rapping at
Okay,
all.
got you. You a
But
studio rapper.
yeah.
Okay.
We ended up battling. I held my own or whatever, but then after that, like more people around the area got wind towards that, and then like life happens. I wanted to focus more on like school and family and stuff like that.
Right.
So then I went off to college, and then I like let a couple of my college homies know like I do music, I rap or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I ended up putting out a project. I think I had something on Dat Piff.
I remember, was that like 2013,
it was so
2014?
old. Like it might have been then or maybe a little bit before that. I just remember that DJ Chaos from Northtown, who passed away when the Temple, he hosted it along with Kali Wyatt.
Okay.
So that was like a cool
which is doing his thing on the basketball tip, Kali.
So that was a cool time. And then I wasn't really able to like put my all into focusing on this is something I really wanted to do until like after college. Like my first year after college, I was able to dedicate more time and more effort into chasing this.
Got you. So, although you're a hip hop artist, do you have a favorite genre of music?
I think R&B is my favorite, and then like hip hop is like right after that.
Okay. So, do you have anybody that you want to collaborate with? Like, who is like your dream artist that you would like to do a track with?
Rap or
anything, any genre?
I think rap. If I had a dream collaboration, like Jay-Z, Drake, of course, Kendrick, Kanye, just the regular whatever's. And then I already collaborate with like with my friends and stuff. As far as R&B goes, I don't know, it's just more throwback R&B artists. I mean, it's a few newer acts that are like cool, but people like Ashanti and.
Oh, okay. Speaking of
like
Ashanti,
cool.
she about to be at R&B Fest. So if you pull up, you might could get you
That's
a
what
track.
I'm saying. I might try to Nelly gonna be there?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna be there.
I don't know if he's gonna be there. So speaking of Ashanti and you wanting to collaborate with older artists, what is your thoughts on everybody doing a sample
now? If the sample is done right, it's like you can appreciate it, but I don't want it to be something that turns into an overpopular thing where we don't have no identity besides sampling.
That's what I feel like is happening now. And then I'm just always thinking like, damn, so I heard somebody sample Keisha Cole's Love, which came out in 2004. That was 20 years ago. So in the next 20 years, are we just going to listen to a track that was from a song that was from the 20 years before? You know what I'm saying? Like it's all going to sound the same because it's the beat or the cadence or whatever is already in the background. So it's just like, but we heard this already.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it's a little
kind of crazy.
But you do appreciate a good sample that's like executed the right way. But it's just we definitely don't want it to be that's the only thing we rely on. Right now,
I'm not a rapper or a singer, but I don't want to hear that. Like if I already like you're doing stuff from like he mentioned Ashanti, like Ashanti's Baby and stuff like that, and Nelly's Hot in here. But that was originally the DeBarges and Isley Brothers. That was their tracks from back then.
That
and
was
I feel
their tracks. Biggie had it.
Yeah.
Ashanti got it.
Yeah.
10 more people got it.
Yeah, and I just feel like, all right, enough is enough.
I like it when it's spread out like that versus
there's like 2 decades, like the 70s and then the 90s. Biggie did it early 90s, and then Ashanti did it.
Somebody sample Mariah Carey. The same artist will sample the same Mariah Carey song.
Yeah.
At the top of the year, summer, and then the end of the year.
Yeah, it's too much. That's how I feel like oversaturation happens. But speaking of collabs and samples, so can we talk about the new collab that you have with Dream Chaser's own Core? So how did that happen? And did y'all record in the studio together, or did y'all just send y'all tracks back and forth until y'all got it right?
The collab with me and Core was like a long time coming. We've like had a relationship going on like close to like 10 years now, actually.
Oh shit.
He's came out Northtown. Back when I was working like for Sneakerville or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know he wanted to do a show out here, so I know me and Puda was able to collab on bringing them out here twice. But then we just remained close, and we had friends in the similar circles, and 2 good people, you know, with good things going on for them in music, and we just like decided it was like time to.
I mean, the track is fire, so it sounds like it made sense, and you can hear the chemistry. So I mean,
yeah,
I
for sure.
So that makes sense.
Because it ended up coming out well. Yeah, it's been a long time now, so it's cool to see all the progression that he's been making. So
facts. So, are there any more artists, upcoming or already established rappers from Philadelphia that you would want to collab with in the future?
it's a bunch of acts in Philly that I want to collab with. And like most of them are people that I have relationships with.
Yeah.
So like Armani White is doing this thing. Of course, Tierra is doing this thing. These are like collaborations that I feel like could be cool. Because everybody's doing a different thing. I hope.
Okay.
I really can't. I hope it's something that we can like put together soon.
Yeah.
But it's a bunch. I'll be naming people all day.
So it's a lot of just basically a lot of talent in the city that you respect and you wouldn't mind collaborating with them, basically.
For sure.
Got you. So we're gonna switch gears a little bit. So tell us about the Everybody Eats Bet Chat. How did that come about and what is it about?
So the Everybody Eats Bet Chat came about at the end of the summer in 2021. It was actually
in the middle of the panty.
Yeah, in the middle of the panty. So it really came about after like, I lost family members or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was a way I came with the idea like, I'll pay off stuff like people owed stuff as far as like housing arrangements and living spaces, and
right.
I was just trying to figure it out. So it was me. I got a couple homies on board, and I told them like, "Yo, this is what I want to do." I feel like the climate for what it is it makes sense. I had a vision for where I thought it could be, and then 4 years later, it's like one of the most popular bet chats like in the country.
So were you already betting and like getting involved with like FanDuel and all that before, just on like a lower scale, or were you like in 21? I'm gonna start betting and let me just see where.
Oh no, I've been betting since I was like 16. Like way before FanDuel was here, you could go to like poppy stores in Philly and just play tickets. They used to go off of like Bovada.
So you just took that and expanded it and made it into your own thing.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So can you let people know where they can sign up, or if they want to get involved and see what you're doing, can you let them know where you can do that at or how they could do it?
I got all the links posted all over all my social medias. All my social media is the same as CoreyLee610. So the links to the Discord is plastered all over there, so you really can't miss it.
Okay. So can you touch on your merch brand, House Money? How did that come about? Was it the same as the Bet Chat?
That was like around the same time. Like
everybody was trying to just get
trying to get to it. Like
just trying to get to it as quick as possible.
The House Money came out before the Discord. And that was cool. A lot of people like supported what I was doing with that. And one of my homies I was working a regular job. I was at like a pharmaceutical company. I was like, yo, this can't like
we gotta do something else.
Like, what's going on, man? What are we gonna do, man? So I'm like, yo, packing pills like can't be like the end for this story. Like, so like I think it was like
gotta be more.
It gotta be more, man. Like, so I think it was like on a break or something. I was just throwing the idea exactly how I wanted it.
Yeah.
And my homegirl drew the sketch out, and literally I just took that.
So how you get the name though? Because as a fellow Black person, the culture, like niggas know whether you a street nigga, you get money the legal way. You always know don't touch the house money. So is that where that came from, or what you talking about?
From like just me being around sports too.
Okay.
And gambling. So
Please.
you always hear like, yo, the house never lose, the house always wins, or like you can't beat the house and stuff like that. So it just made a whole lot of sense at the time.
I mean, it's dope. Can people still purchase a line? Are you under construction? Are you about to turn that back up now that the bet chat's going crazy? What's up with that?
I actually I'm transitioning from House Money to just making everything Everybody Eats, because that's what people are seeing.
So all immersive, cohesive brand that just correlates with the main thing, which is the bet chat.
Yes.
Okay, and when can we expect new merch and hoodies and t-shirts and stuff? Because the House Money shit was fly.
Next month. Next month.
Say no more. For the free one, it's time for the biz. Okay. All right. So before we wrap up, I just got a couple more questions. So you had an article written about you by Vibe in 2017. Vibe is one of the most critically acclaimed magazines in hip hop and the culture. Like that's just, you want an article written about you, Vibe is the place to have it written about you. So how did that happen, and how did that make you feel when you see that?
That was fire. Like on a run of music that I was putting out from like 2015 to like 2017. This was before like streaming services, so it was basically just SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And they were like early on with like music discovery, so like people were really like blowing up and coming up out of nowhere.
And all that
it was
stuff,
going crazy at that time. And I had put out like records, like popular records like Cam Newton and Carlton Banks.
Right.
they started like
that you can still listen on SoundCloud to this day if you
get
want
to
to see what he's
them,
talking about.
they just started getting popularity, and I started being able to maneuver differently. I started, making friends in different spaces, and one of my homies, he ended up getting a job at Vibe, and the records were doing so well that like it just made sense.
Got you.
So it happened with that. It happened with the Source. It happened with like a few other publications at the
Hip
same
hop
time.
since 1987 too, right?
Yeah, I've been on that.
Yeah. Your boy is doing his thing.
I'm doing my little 1-2. A little 1-2, you know what I mean?
So, what was one of your favorite records that you've recorded so far? Old, new, whatever.
I would probably have to say, like, as far as some older records, it'd definitely be Cam Newton and Carlton Banks.
Okay.
And as far as like newer records go, everything that I put out in 2022.
Okay. So you're definitely not a mumble rapper if you tap in with my guy. Like, he's very conscious. Do you consider yourself a conscious rapper, or do you just like, I just spit and I tap in and be nice?
Like I'm just like a rapper.
Okay.
Conscious rapper is such like a
Kendrick and all that.
That's like a weird term. Like
okay.
that conscious.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm really that, but
so you just spit and you just nice, and that's it. Yeah. And niggas can understand what you're saying.
People. I like to make my music relatable to like me.
Got you.
And people that are like me. So.
Heard that. All right, so we're about to get out of here, but before we do, we got a little spicy segment that we do at the end of the podcast. So pick a number 1 through 3.
What if I pick 1?
Then you just pick 1.
Okay.
You want 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever came in contact with a girl from the past, you don't have to say any names, and she wasn't so fresh and up on her hygiene? And if so, how did you handle it?
That never happened to me.
Please.
That never happened.
All right, pick another number. You got 2 or 3 because you ain't think okay.
Two.
All right. Have you ever took somebody's girl?
No. Pick 3.
Okay. All right. Does body count matter, and if so, what's your limit?
I don't think it matters. And
do you think that now because you're older?
I mean, yeah.
So it's kind of like whatever.
As long as like your friends ain't been with your girl, like it's
then you kind of it's whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So since you want to be a liar,
whoa.
Since you don't want the smoke, I said that. Since you don't want the smoke, okay. So he said the body count don't matter. Okay, cool. So that was it. That was you can breathe again. That was it for the smoke. So we're about to get out of here. So can you let the people know again where they can find you at on socials, and also let the people know where they can join your bet chat again?
All my social media is CoreyLee610. So that's like Twitter and Instagram. Those are like the 2 biggest platforms.
Are you on TikTok?
They about to ban TikTok. You ain't heard about that? They about to get rid of that. All the little dances y'all be doing, it's over for that.
I can't dance. I don't be doing dances. It's just like the clean girl soft life aesthetic.
Well, they about to get rid of it. All that's about to be gone.
You're a hater. Yeah. All right, yo. All right. Thank y'all for tapping in. Everybody eats bet chat. Everybody eats merch. That's my guy, CoreyLee610.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I just got the drop on your guy. Thank y'all. Peace.